Hi there and good morning. This is the Schebler Sudakova trap in the King's Indian defence, and it's named after two players, Schebler and Sudakova, who both brought down grandmaster opposition with this trap, defeating Kabanov and Iskusnyh respectively. We start off with knight f3, after knight f6 and c4, g6, knight c3, bishop g7, e4, d6 and d4. So we've arrived at the standard King's Indian defence position, albeit through perhaps a not too familiar sequence of moves. After black castles and bishop e2, the classical position, black will invariably try e5 in this position. Well, here the most common move by far is castles. White can also try d5 or bishop e3. In fact, this move has been played by everyone at the top, Carlsen, Kasparov and Topalov. Bishop e3 supports the centre. However, it can get harassed by the knight on f6, who will jump to g4 and happy to exchange. Here the bishop moves to g5, hitting the queen, prompting the pawn on f7 to interpose on f6. And now the bishop will usually go to h4, but not too uncommon is sending the bishop back home to c1, again being played at the top level by the top grandmasters. After e takes on d4, black could have tried as well knight c6, but after e takes on d4, the knight will recapture, and we see now that the bishop and the queen are attacking the knight now on g4, so f5 makes a lot of sense for black, and this is where white can go wrong. Correct would have been simply to castle. If instead e takes on f5, then black is already winning with this pseudo type of sacrifice. Knight takes on f2, that's forking the queen and the rook, since after king takes the knight on f2, queen h4 check is going to pick up that knight. No help for white if he moves the king to e3, because knight c6, let's just put that move in, knight c6 is crippling. It's threatening to take the knight on d4, and if a move like knight takes on c6, or even if knight would have gone to b5, then there's so much happening. The rook can come to e8, but probably more direct here would be bishop h6 check. If the king moves to f3, we'll have rook takes on f5, and if the king moves to d3, bishop takes on f5, it's over in all variations. So this has been the Schebler Sudakova trap in the King's Indian defence. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.